Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So, I want to apologize for the Last of Us video, the Fury video I made last time, because I don't know why, like, one of my commenters mentioned there was an ad in it, and I was like, wait, what? How is there an ad? And I played it back, and I still don't know how it got in there. Like, I think maybe when I was recording I must have hit, like, my spacebar or something, and the video, because for my screenshots, I recorded the trailer that I was watching and then and then got the screenshots from that, but I must have pressed play or something. And while I was recording, that's when the ad started playing for some reason. But anyways, I thought I'd break down my theory video that I previously made into separate videos, so that way I can go over one video at a time. And also, yeah, my shifts at work are coming to an end. Like, I thought it was gonna still have a few more extra days, but no, tomorrow's my last day. I'm working a long shift, and I can get back to putting up videos more more normally. I can't even say the word regularly. Yeah, so anyways, let's get started with this theory video. So with the exception of Ellie, everyone who gets infected by the cordyceps, I believe it's called, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, cordyceps, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. Those people die within 2 days. They become runners, then stalkers, then clickers, then bloaters, and then you got this new class of shamblers, which I was right about. I knew it wasn't a clicker from the way it was running in that. Now, the reason Ellie is immune, I was actually looking this up, and this is quite interesting. As you all know, when you're playing as Ellie in winter, you can check her bag, and you can find there's a bunch of mementos in there, and there's actually a letter from her mother. Now, apparently, her mother got bitten by an infected about a day before she gave birth to Ellie, and somehow the infection caused Ellie as a fetus to be exposed to the cordyceps and somehow created her immunity. But I don't think Ellie is immune. I think she is slowly turning, and as I've mentioned before, I'll show it now. Here you can see the very first reveal trailer. You can see that this is when she's playing the guitar and her hand is shaking, and she has to close it into a fist and then bring it out so she can, like, use her hand normally. And the same thing happens in the Last of Us 2 trailer. They make a point of showing us that Ellie has to close her fist, then open it again to stop her hand from shaking. And I remember when the first reveal trailer came out, people were thinking that Ellie had PTSD. That's why she's shaking, but no, I think her slowly turning makes more sense, because people who are infected who become infected from the cordyceps, their brain, what's it called? They lose basically their rationality in their sense, and they become very aggressive at attacking any non-infected they see. So I can see, because since this game is basically all about revenge and hate, and I can see like, because I know people say that Dina is the one that gets killed, but for me that's too easy. I think Joel's the one that gets killed, because Ellie has more of a connection to Joel, so it would explain why she's traveling all this way just to kill these people. That's what I believe, and I know how people are like, oh, we saw Joel in the trailer, he's alive, but I don't think it's Joel. I think the infection has somehow spread to her brain, and she's like hallucinating Joel. He's not really there. It's like in Call of Duty Black Ops 1 with Reznov, where he's in the first mission, Vorkuta, and then the rest of the missions, he's all just a figment of Mason's head. I do believe of Mason's imagination. Sorry, not head. Yeah, but that's what I believe is happening. Ellie is merely hallucinating him. That's all. Like, I guess another example could be Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea, Episode 2, where Elizabeth is seeing Joel, who funny enough, is also played by Troy Baker. I'm pretty sure he is, yeah. I'd look pretty foolish if I was wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Now there is a tape you can find in Life is Strange. This is at the very end of the game when you're playing as Joel and you got to stop Ellie from being operated on. There's a tape recorder that you can listen to, and one of the doctors talks about Ellie's infection and how it hasn't spread to the brain yet. It's not going to the brain. Ellie's immunity is stopping it. But who's to say that Ellie's infection, like her immunity to the fungus, who's to say the fungus couldn't have evolved? Like, if you take a look at the flu, for example, that keeps, like, you have to get flu shots some people have to get flu shots every year. Like, I haven't even gotten my flu shots. Like, I gotta get flu shots. I mean, when I was younger, I had them, but anyways, like with the flu, it's new vaccines had to be made because the flu is somehow evolving, and you have to get new vaccinations to help whatever it is in your body fight off the flu. I'm not too smart, but I remember hearing this on the news about how the flu is evolving basically, and you have to keep getting flu shots every year or something to fight off the flu. I'm not too sure. I'm probably sound like an idiot saying this, but I don't know too much about the flu anyway. I just know what I heard on the news. But who's to say that the fungus inside Ellie didn't find a way to evolve and find a way to bypass Ellie's immunity? So she is slowly turning. Like, if you take a look at the bite on her hand, for example, that's on her wrist, sorry, not her hand. The bite on her wrist looks a little different too. Here you can see on the left screen, that's the new bite, like the new game. You can see the bite there on her wrist, which it looks different. It's kind of like Ellie. To me, I think Ellie got this tattoo, so it kind of hides her bite. Because if you look back in the trailers with Dina and all that, when she's at that community place, you'll notice that she's always wearing a jumper or long sleeve shirts, but yet when she's out here, out in the wilderness, like by her, not the wilderness, but you know, when she's out hunting down these people, you'll notice that she has short sleeve clothing on, which is it tells me that nobody really knows about her bite. This has actually been confirmed, that the reason Ellie was wearing that gas mask in the trailer was because she was keeping her immunity a secret, so only Tommy and Joel really know about her infection, but no one else does, not even Dina. So I guess since she's out here, she doesn't really need to wear long sleeve clothing, so there's really no point to hide her infection, basically. Now I do believe that it does look like, but from what I've seen, it looks like it's kind of spreading. I'm not too sure, but if you compare it to the image on the right, it almost looks like it's kind of increased or something. Like, I'm not too sure because we don't have a good look, so I can't really be certain. But the bite does look different, however, at least it does to me. So anyways, that's really all I wanted to talk about. Sorry if this video sucked, but you know, I'm not the biggest expert on the Life is Strange universe and the cordyceps and Ellie's immunity and that. Anyways, let me all know what you think in the comments below, and tomorrow will be my last shift at my work, so for long hours, so I'll be able to start making more videos and that. Hope you all enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.